Azonto.
And Azonto.
You know what time it is? Fiesta! I was able to pay you to me into Bako Hoodins in the Pemia, Papa Betin and the Pimpini. So one of whom I did with 2 phones for Bantama. Tinas in the Hundy Mamma to Maintenance. By force, be the witches once and I get him Mamma body and I'm going to maintenance. So what else, Charlie?
So amongst the artists, they named the cheap girls Azonto girls. Now, among the secondary schools or the high schools, Azonto was referred to the male and then the female, cheap, low-life person. Okay, so when the dance came up, they referred, because they were referring to cheap girls who used to dance this type of dance as Azonto, they referred also to the dance and music type as Azonto. In the Hausa language, Azontaaba means come and let us touch you. Okay, so the term was coined therefore for the Azonto lady and therefore was transferred to the music and dance type, which literally means that everybody can have it. It is for the masses.
What do I know about Azonto? It's one of the forms that I'm trying to understand, because of course it's a dance that young people do, and it actually hit me out of the blue. I knew that hip hop was around, and I knew hip life was around, and all that, and then all of a sudden here came this dance. It reminds one of some of the traditional dances. I mean, you see a little bit of Kman logo from the Ga people in it, but the whole attitude of showing your moves, kind of what can you what next move can you do, and communicating with your partner and all of those things that conceptually come from some of the traditional dances. Well, popular culture, it's all around you. And you have to try and understand what it's about. It represents a reaction to contemporary situations, and also an expression of creativity, sometimes an expression of rebellion against tradition. Sometimes it's a way that tradition carries itself on. So there's so many dimensions to popular culture that make it important for one to pay attention to it.
I love Azonto because it's an interesting. First, it's the music. It goes with the music. The dance goes with the music, and it's fun to do it. It has so many combinations of movements where you can express yourself in any way.
And I would say that Azonto, I like Azonto because Azonto comprises of our daily life. As we are taking a picture of us, I can just do the movement by improvising what you guys are doing. So it's something like everyday life. It's something we do daily. So even when you come to a class and the teacher is, besides the academic aspect of it, and the music is going on, you can just improvise your own movement, and it goes alongside with the rhythm.
The Azonto phenomenon is quite interesting because it's a dance that has evolved from several other dances that came as new trends. Okay, some artists have laid claim to them being the custodians of the Azonto dance, but I think it's a whole lot of different aspects that came together to form what is called the Azonto. And I think first of all, it's about maybe for 15 years ago there came a dance which started among the Gans, okay, called Kogon. which literally means climbing the hill. Okay, and it is upon that the Azonto dance was built gradually. Okay, now it had some mannerism. Okay, and they behave as if they are climbing a hill, and so they dance on the ball of the feet. Okay, and so they are hanging in the air, kind of, and that is the basis upon which most of the dances have developed. And this Kogon thing also stems from the Ghana traditional dance called Panlogo. Okay, and Azonto also has some of its movement mannerisms being picked from Panlogo. But I believe strongly that the Azonto dance started from the Ghana community. They have a kind of music type that falls within the purview of the Azonto rhythm, which is continuum. So that is what informs the Azonto dance, and that is what, during the time Kogon came, they had a guy called JQ who used to play or used to record artists, and the music type that he recorded was based on the Panlogo and then the Gume rhythm. Okay, it has a kind of a straight rhythm that was based on, and that is what informed the dance. And therefore, the Azonto dance started with the Kogon movement. Later, there came a dance called Bohe. Now, Bohe means open your thighs. Okay, Bohe means open your thighs, and they combine the Bohe and then the Azonto dance. And so the Bohe dance, they do that. Okay, that's the Bohe dance, and so that also came up later on. And then from that, it evolved into another dance that they called Pe. Now, Pe is a gunshot. All right, it's a gunshot. So when they do the movement, it's like they shoot somebody. Pe, and then they do Pe. Okay, so that also came as one part of the dance. And then they started putting all these dances together. So they were dancing the dance, this kind of different popular dances around the same time. Now, one interesting thing is that there came a dance called Awuche. And that Awuche dance, they actually, it was a football team called Awuche. When they score, they go and do that dance. And it is part of the Kogon thing. You know, Kogon is dancing basically on the ball of the feet. So Awuche also developed out of that dance mannerism. And so when they score a goal, they go and stand by the touchline, and then they do that. Okay? And so they named the dance after the football team called Awuche. All right? Now, it is there that one of our footballers, Asamoah, saw the dance, Awuche, because it became a phenomenon or a characteristic where everybody playing football, when they score, they run and then they go and celebrate the goal by doing the dance. And Asamoah learned that. Okay, when he learned that, he took it to the World Cup. He scores a goal, and then he goes stand and then do the bohe, and then that. Around that time, the dance was evolving. So they had put almost all these dances that I've mentioned together. Okay, and so Asamoah was doing that, putting all of them together and then exhibiting it to the fans across the world. So after that, he got a contract with Sunderland team in UK. Okay, now by the time he got that contract, the dance had already gone worldwide, and then he made a song with one of our local artists called Castro. So they sang together, and when they made that song, when he scored in the UK, they played the song, and then he goes to do the movement, And so people started asking, because it was worldwide on TV, people started asking, what kind of dance is it? What is this? By that time, the dance has evolved and they've named it Azonto.
The repertoire of dance is always expanding, and Azonto has to prove itself. Many dancers have come and died off, so let's see if Azonto will be able to meet the rigorous demands of becoming a tradition. If it's repeated and handed on from one generation to another, there you are, you'll have another traditional dance. So let's see what happens. I mean, Kbanlogo that we are talking about is not very old. Kbanlogo is maybe about 50 odd years old. So even Kbanlogo is something that you would call neo-traditional. It's not quite traditional yet. So let's see what happens. It's an interesting thing that we should watch.
If you want to have a traditional dance, you need a variety of movement to put together. So the only dance that has come that has several movements is the Azonto dance. You understand? Yeah. But that too, its signature is the electronic music because it came with it. So the musical type too is called Azonto. And so it is difficult to separate the two and say that I'm going to play traditional drum rhythm and say that that is what Azonto is. You understand? It is still doable though. It is still doable. We can still play the traditional drum rhythm and all that and get the rap thing behind that and get people to do it and say that, hey, this is the new traditional dance that we've developed. It's still doable.
Yeah. I feel, first of all, that it's people coming to terms with taking some of the moves that you see in hip hop, the Ahan moves and so on, and in sort of domesticating them and making them into something that comes more from here. So it's as if people have finally absorbed those moves and settled down so that they're not mimicking anymore.
Let me see your hands in the air, up in the club. Everybody say one time. Let me see your hands in the air, up in the club. Everybody say one time. Let me see your hands in the air, up in the club. Ta-ta-ta, pra-ta-ta-ta, pra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Pra-ta-ta-ta, pra-ta-ta-ta, pra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Make us see you dance. Pretty girl, let me see your swag. Okay. Make us see you dance. Pretty girl, let me see your swag. Okay. I cannot deny the way you are moving.
So that's how come the Azonto was named after the dance and music. It's supposed to be popular. It's supposed to be meant for people at the lowest ebb in the society who are normally referred to, especially with the girls, as Azonto.
What happened? It's okay. It's okay. Come on. I'ma get that sorrow. Telling me what I know. I've traveled all over the world to chill. I've never seen a girl like this before. They killing me slow. And the dance they do too sweet. Gonna girl Tobado, sexy lady Tobado. This kind of dance you they do Azonto. Say which kind of dance yeah you they do for me Azonto. See, yeah which kind of dance yeah you they do. Say this kind of dance they do like say you they juju.